Well, hello and welcome back to the Man United agenda. And it's the preview show. Aston Villa versus Manchester United. Slippery G at the service. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Man United agenda. It's a bit more low-key event here. That's kicking off now. As always, with Brian, Mr. B, OMONDI, and what are we doing today, guys?
Oh,
cool. Okay, let the mayhem start now, guys. Everyone, welcome to the Man United agenda, and as always, we're joined by Mr. B, OMONDI, and Jay. Welcome back. It's been a long time, Jay. What's been going on?
not much on United front, is it, eh? After camp. Everyone's loving life. Ronaldo made the right decision coming back. He seems full of beans. Rashford's banging in the goals. And there's no question marks around anything going on with Ralph Ragnick. I think it's just, pick the right time to come back on the channel.
Oh, it's a brilliant time. And Fred. No one can complain about Fred.
Well, because he's not been playing.
Thank you.
That's my point. Exactly. No one can say nothing about Fred.
Listen, I'll tell you something. Just on that front, Fred gets he gets a little bit of stick sometimes. Some of it deserves, some of it's OTT. But the other night against Villa, I was at Old Trafford. Was it the other night when Marcus Rashford was having a bit of a stinker?
Nightmare.
Fred was the only one who sort of had a word with him, tried to put an arm around him, that sort of thing. I didn't see anyone else doing that, so I'll give him respect for that.
And Jay, you always said it as well with Fred. It's a case of if there's a little spark or anything going on the pitch, he's the first one there. Everyone else is bottling it, running away.
That's how I base my footballing, knowledge and tactical now. When he gets stuck in, and he like for a row.
Oh, absolutely. Have it, innit? Listen,
It's
a
low bar with me, lads. Seriously.
You think Fred thinks he's the new version of Roy Keane, innit? Roy Keane, what, 2.0 or something like that?
Whoa, that was a massive leap. Brilliant. Maybe like the new version of Robbie Keane.
Come on, put some respect.
Robbie Savage.
Oh, come on now. You guys are low in the bar. Come on. Fred's better than that, man. The only Brazilian who's from Bradford. Come on. Oh, brilliant. Guys, thanks to everyone in the comment and welcome to my agenda channel. And if you are watching for the first time, please give us a subscribe. If you are old to the channel, just hit that like button. So, Jay, as we spoke about, let's kickstart with you first. A little bit surrounding Manchester United. Not a happy camp. Heard about, obviously, Ronaldo's interview. What did you make of his interview, or do you think they're blowing more smoke than what the interview interpreted?
Listen, Ronaldo's not daft. He knows when he says those words, they're going to carry a lot of weight. They're going to get covered everywhere. They're going to be spoken about, analysed, repeated, debated over, trend, all that. He knows what he's doing. He's as media savvy as anyone on the planet. So he knew when he said certain things about younger players not coming to him, when he said that he's not here to finish sixth or seventh, he knew those words were going to go everywhere and that people would be discussing it. But I don't think he said anything that from my own point of view, that I took offence to. I'm not surprised by anything he said. Yeah, maybe I'm a little bit disappointed when he said about some of the younger players aren't listening to him. But I'm not shocked. I mean, anyone that's watched Manchester United over the last few years can see that these are good players. These are players that have taken us to third, taken us to second, taken us to semi-finals and to finals of tournaments. And this season, by and large, have been pretty dreadful. So something's going on. Something isn't right. This isn't a team that in the summer, when we were all chatting on this channel a few months ago, I don't remember anyone that I spoke to on your channel saying, I think we'll be sixth by Christmas. No one was saying that. Yeah. Everyone thought we were going to be, not saying people said we're going to win a title, but thought we'd be challenging
Jay, the person next to you said it. Him.
Well, you know what? I'm not even going to think you out now. You know what, I'm not going to think you out because we finished second and we bought Rafael Varane, Jadon Sancho and Cristiano Ronaldo. So why would you not think we're going to challenge for the title? That's a fair comment. Now it looks daft because of where we've ended up, but I thought we'd be challenging. I might not think we'd win it, but I thought we'd be up there. So when Ronaldo comes out and says, I've not come here for this, players aren't listening to him, there's something going down, it's not a shock, is it? Not for me anyway. Yeah. So I don't blame him. I think that he's got a right to speak out. And what I'm hoping now is the players respond to this. Rather than spitting more dummy spitting out and kicking off and what's he saying this for and briefing the press and, getting other interviews or other comments or other tweets or any of that nonsense coming out. Listen to the man. He's won 5 Ballon d'Ors, yeah? And I'll end on this before someone else comes in. Ronaldo spoke about 18, 19-year-olds listening to him. When Ronaldo came...
Sorry, Jay, can I just read super chat because the timing limit, I don't know if there's a timer on it, but it's going off. So, Monday, would you mind? Sorry, Jay.
Yeah,
I'm coming back to
Anad, Mr. Anad, that's 100 rupees,
Big
maybe?
Up. Big up. Thank you.
And he says, our fans are toxic, and they're also the 12th man, meaning they give us the edge in the game, home games. How much blame can we take for dressing room? How much blame can we take as fans for the dressing room toxicity?
Jay, we're going to ask you that question, and then I'm going to come back to you to finish off. Apologies.
No, it's all right. I'll show you later on how you can read super chats forever.
Okay.
Our fans are toxic, and we also talk how much blame. I don't think you can blame the fans. I don't think you blame fans at all. And I think we live in this bubble a lot of the time where we go, fans are it's all the social media, that's it. Let's not forget, just before Ole Gunnar Solskjaer got sacked, he praised the fans. He praised the fans at the ground. The fans have been getting behind the players most of the season. Yes, you might see some things on social media which aren't great, and I understand that. I'm not defending that. But I think that our fans have been turning up in numbers, getting behind the team, singing their hearts out. You cannot blame the fans for what's going on at Old Trafford. You cannot blame the fans for the fact you concede 4 goals in the first half against Liverpool. It's not the fans. The fans don't make...
That never happened.
Your defenders run into each other.
That never happened.
Can you blame the fans for you losing 4-2, whatever it was, at Watford, 4-1 at Watford? No. So, listen, I understand there's a lot of toxicity going on. I don't think you can blame the fans. And just finally, just end what I was going to say.
Yeah,
Ronaldo was talking about 18, 19-year-olds listening to him, how he listened to all the players. You all remember Ronaldo when he made his debut. His debut. His debut was fantastic against Bolton, but in that first 2 seasons, one-trick pony, getting knocked over all the time, one step over too many, falling over all the time. He learned. He listened to the players. He listened to the Van Nistelrooys and the Scholeses and the Giggs, and he developed his game. And in his 3rd and 4th season, he was a completely different player. And that is why he's speaking from experience there. So when he says that, I think these younger players need to listen to him.
Yeah, and also touching that as well, Jay. What you said, I remember. Was it who do we play in the League Cup final? Was it Millwall or something like that?
In the FA Cup final,
and then he was basically doing step over and showboating, and I think was it Roy Keane or someone grabbed him.
Oh no! In the FA Cup final, he did well. He was doing tricks, but there was games. I think I can't remember where it was. There was a game. I want to say Charlton or somewhere. I might be wrong. There was an away game. It might be Southampton. I can't remember. There was a away game in particular where he was just constantly going down very early in his career. And I think that might be what you're referring to. I think a couple of players had a word with him because the crowd were getting a bit like, come on, get up. But he develops and, he adapted. And I'm not saying that any young player can become Ronaldo. He can't because he's very special talent. But the reason he's got 5 Ballon d'Ors and so many Champions Leagues and all these medals and all these goals is because he's worked hard on his attributes and worked hard to develop himself.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, to be honest with you as well, I think Ronaldo is a born winner and that's all he wants. He only wants the best for Manchester United. So coming in and with the interview as well he had, what I realised as well, it's almost like he wanted to name players, call players out, but it's almost like stop there. And then it's almost like he then said about him taking more responsibilities as well. So for that, you got to commend him for what he actually said yesterday in that interview. Or whenever he done the interview, but it was released yesterday. So on Monday, let's go to you and then Mr. B before we go into the show itself.
Yeah, I'm delighted by the comments. I think it's the gospel. It's good news. I think when Ronaldo did come to the club, he's always going to stir the pot because his standards are so high. He expects better. So it's taken a few months and it's all starting to filter out now. All the backbiting, the so-called toxicity. How do you say it? Toxicity. Thank you. Yeah, you see the word, and if you can pronounce it, I can say it. But yeah, so all of that's coming out now. And when I watched the interview, we done a little news thing on it this morning, And when I listen to it, you have to sometimes read between the lines. And it's obviously scripted, but he said the right things. And I think he's not calling anyone out. He's just saying the mentality. It's all about the mentality. That's be right. To me, that's an endorsement. The players are good enough. It's just the mentality has to change. And like Jay was saying there, when he walked in, I saw a comparison the other day that Messi walked into a great side, seeing with Ronaldinho and Rijkaard as manager and that sort of thing. And he's always had great players around him. But I think the difference with Ronaldo, he walked into a side where he was strung up for doing too many step overs, not being effective with his crossing or, that kind of thing by the manager and top players like Roy Keane. And the standard was high. So he's come back to Man United and seen something different, clear as day. So it's like, get out of the house. You got some of you guys, it's only Phil Jones, I think he was there back in the day when Ronaldo was there. So he's got, these players have to realize when this guy's talking to you, you better represent, you better step up, because it's like you say, who's on your CV? What you got on your CV? That's how it works on football. You go somewhere, who you play for? What have you done? What you do? That's how it works. And you cannot say that to Ronaldo. There's no question mark there. So you better listen or you're going to get booted out. And I think that's what's happening right now. The only question mark I do have is that I'm not so sure that he's behind Ralph. There's a couple of things he said where he said, oh, we've had Ole and Ole's fantastic. Then we had Carrick for a few games and then we got a current coach or something like that. So, well, say his name, that sort of thing. So I'm not sure, but I'm really happy this come out and this will sort of separate the men from the boys. So I'm happy about the whole thing.
Mr. B.
I'm glad he's giving the video, in all fairness. There was a lot of rumours about him talking and him saying this and him saying that. It's now on film. Everything he said is now on film. Those players who he didn't name, they know who they are. I'm hoping that some internal pride is going to kick in now. And they're going to understand where Ronaldo's coming from. He's right. He didn't come six. He didn't come here to come six. And with the players that we did sign, OMONDI being obviously very, very vocal about his position that we would be finishing in. But I'm so happy that it's come out and it's now public knowledge. Everybody knows what he said. I mean, the proof's going to be in the pudding come Saturday, whether or not they react. But something does need to change. The young players, they've never been criticised. Fine, if that's the case. But man up. Man up. Be adults. We know that you're living in a protective bubble and you don't like getting criticised. Not telling you that you're shit. They're not telling you to get out of the club. They're just saying that they want you to give more effort on the pitch. Boom.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. And then that gone on to about efforts and everything. So the title of the show obviously is partly to with Marcus Rashford. Again, I know I was listening to another show earlier and they were saying about obviously the pressure of Euros and everything like that. But do we actually believe it's a pressure, or obviously Man United is a big club as it is, and it's a pressure cooker. Jay, you at the ground every home game anyway. It is a pressure cooker. You got 70-odd thousand fans there screaming, shouting. You're not performing. That almost becomes 70-odd thousand plus yourself, and you want the ground to just open up. Is it just form, you believe, or do you think there might be a personal issue going on behind the scene?
Good question.
I mean, it might be a bit of both. One might lead to the other. I mean, form is definitely players are off form. There's no disputing that. Seen a lot of players that were playing well last few seasons. Even in the summer, some of them were playing well for England who were not playing well at the minute. People talk about pressures, but has it affected them? The fact they've got crowds back in there. You mentioned that we had all these behind closed doors games, but we've had crowds there, and this team's played well before. The same players have played well before. The same players have played well this season with crowds there. So I don't think you just say, it's crowds or whatever. People might say it is, mental. When you say the word mental, it covers a multitude of sins. What does that mean? Everything you think about is mental. People almost assume that you said, okay, he's got a mental problem. And it might just be confidence. That might come under that umbrella. People just dismiss that a player can lose confidence. Players at any level, at the very top level, can lose confidence. I've seen some of the best players in the world, seriously, have dips in confidence. And speak about it, and speak about times where they almost didn't want the ball. So that can happen to anyone. I think that's what a few of our players might be suffering from. And, just OMONDI, what you said about Ronaldo, not really name-checking Ralph, I understand where you're coming from, but he did say give him more time. He did say he's been here 5 weeks. He's going to do a good job. He needs time. The only sort of problem with that is Ralph Rangnick's only got 5 months. So that's the issue that Ralph Rangnick's got. He needs time, needs patience to implement his ideas, but top four's getting away from us. We need to win a trophy. So how much time has he actually got? If he loses the next 5 games, you're going to go out of the FA Cup, you're going to go out of the Champions League, and you're going to probably be out of the top 4 race. So he hasn't got that much time. That's the issue. That's the problem that he's got to address. And he's got to work with these players. He's got to work out who his best players are, who's maybe feeling the confidence, feeling the swagger. He might not be necessarily the best players, but the ones that are be able to perform the best at the minute. That's the sort of $64,000 question. That's what Ralph Rangnick's paid to do. So he's got to work it out. He knows that dressing room better than I do. He knows which players he can rely on, and they're the ones he should be picking.
Yeah. Thank you, Jay. OMONDI, Rashford. We did obviously the reaction show afterwards as well, and a player playing with lack of confidence. It's almost like between him and Mason Greenwood on against Villa, it's almost like they didn't want to pass the ball to each other. They both had good opportunity of passing the ball squaring to each other, one in the first half, one in the second half, and it's almost like they're trying to take the shot on themselves. And again, I'm going to say that's probably to get a bit more confidence within what they're doing at the moment, or do you just think, like what Jay alluded to as well, it could be any factor?
Look, the way I see it with Rashford, for me, it's really simple. You've got to improve your game. It's your game that needs improving. If you're playing wide, you've got to deliver more. Like I said, that goal against Newcastle, not the goal, the assist he gave across the 6-yard box and finish your dinner. Simple things, you know. And when you do that, you're effective, and that's what I like to see. With Rashford, I think he's trying too hard. Everything's at 100 miles an hour. He gets the ball. He wants to do this little flip-flop and go, and you know, at the moment it's in his head. I've done flip flops in training. I've learned this. I'm going to do it every time now, and he just gets munch. If you're going up against him, he's easy to mark, in my opinion, because just see him inside where the numbers are, and he will run right into the traffic and give the ball away. He doesn't provide enough. He's not playing. Look at Jadon Sancho. He gets the ball because he lacks pace. This is where I'm saying Jadon Sancho lacks the pace of Rashford, so his game is better, in my opinion, because he gets the ball, squares a man up, and pop into feet and go, give and go, triangles, that kind of thing. And that's really effective for his game when he plays in a good team. Rashford got so much pace that he's like playing youth football again, where he's super fast and beating everyone. He thinks he can just get away with that. He needs to develop his game, supply more assists. If we play wide, apply more assists. Stop shooting from outside the box. Stop getting the ball to the left, trying to shoot, and look at the shape to shoot. Look, why don't you shape to pass or do something else? He's got Jadon Sancho around him. I think he should try and develop his game like Sancho. Stop bursting man for pace. Get a 1-2. Let the ball do the work. I'm really disappointed over the last couple of seasons. I've said it here vocally about Rashford, and I want to see him improve like that. And I think while you're down like now you should be assessing your game and trying to bring a little bit more, make your game more simple. Stop trying too hard and work going at 100 miles an hour.
Mr. B, talk to him down below you, because Rash is your boy. Talk to him.
I'm going to be honest, OMONDI. All I heard was blah, 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 blah. I'm sick and tired of man cussing Rash. I'm sick and tired of it. Yeah, I'm sick and tired of it.
Don't throw baby in the corner.
He played for the club. He played for the club with a shoulder injury and an ankle injury, when we all know he should have had the operation. So let's not get it twisted. He does care about Manchester United. At the moment, his form is off. That's all it is. His form is off. For the last 2 seasons, he's had 75 goals. Forget this season. 2 seasons before, 75 goal involvements, whether it's goals or assists. Mm-hmm. But people are still want to slander his name. I'm sorry. He's out of form. He's come back from injury. I still think he came back a bit too early this time. Now he's under a coach, not a manager. Managers manage everything. A coach wants the best. He just needs time to adjust. So I'm not having no slander at all on Rashford's name.
Oh, brilliant, guys. If you are watching the channel, please hit that like, share, and subscribe button.
He says that while wearing a classic.
It's classic, yeah, you know? Exactly. He's in the classic shirt.
Listen,
I think he's getting all the classics now.
Listen. If I show you the name on the back of this shirt, it is a whole nother show, yeah?
Remy Moses. No, I don't know. What year is that? And who's the player? Come on, let us know.
I tell you what, the people in the comments, tell me what year the shirt is and who I've got on the back. And if you get it right, I'll let you know at the end of the show.
What a great present. What a great present. 26 in the chat, guys. Can you smash that like? If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. That is a 91, 92. I think that could be 89, 90 season. I think it could be. I
just see Danny Wallace.
I tell you what, all you'll need to do is keep talking. Somebody will get it right. Solo, you're wrong.
I think it's definitely the 80s.
It's 80. It's 80.
Definitely Fergie's era.
I think he's like 86, 87. I'm not
sure.
Who
do you see in that shirt there, Jay? Who do you see playing in that shirt?
I see like, I don't know. I feel like more Norman Whiteside or someone like that, man. I think that sort of era.
That's it,
I think it's. I don't know, Maldon.
Anyway, let's wait to the end of the show because
we're going to find out at the end of the show. I want to know who it is. I'm struggling at the moment. So going into the
Brian Robson, there you go. There's an easy answer. That covers it. That covers every era.
Yeah.
True, that's true. He was there for a long time.
By the way, I saw a wicked picture of Jay with Brian Robson like that. I was watching.
You know what?
Yeah, it was nice.
I should have done my other one. I've got a picture of when I was a kid and I went to the cliff and met him as well. Last year on his birthday, I said I've been stalking him for 30 odd years. Long way continue. Yeah, exactly. First one was 1992.
Frame it. That's a cool picture, man.
He's a nice guy as well, man. I've met him a few times. I've interviewed him a few times. He is a really nice guy. Not on the pitch, obviously. He's an animal. off the pitch. He's a gentleman. Proper gentleman.
Off the pitch. Brilliant. So going into the Villa game on Saturday, we're going to be doing a watch along. I think Mr. B might be there. I'm not sure yet, but Talk definitely will be there.
I'll be there.
Oh, Jay, what's going on at the moment? Villa seem like the home team on. Were you at the game?
Said that like a threat, you know.
Yeah, I'll be there. Yeah, I'll be there.
Beware, like I'll be there.
I just want him to know early, man. He's got a brain like a sieve. He'll book somebody else in, man, and I'll be sitting on the sidelines waiting.
Threatening people up there.
Replacement substitution straight away.
Worry about that, so I'll be there.
I'll be there. Mr. B, Sparky. No, I don't know, you know.
Keep going. It'll come. It'll turn
Man
up.
United agenda 86, 87. 86, 87. Man United agenda. That's Man United agenda everywhere.
Not saying a word. Keep on talking.
That's what I was saying, wasn't it?
Yeah. It's an 86 shirt. It's an 86 away shirt. It's an 86 away shirt.
MAISEY in the chat, 85.
86.
So we are going to talk about this Villa game. Jay, were you at the game on the FA Cup game, or were you away?
We've just done all this. I just said.
Oh, sorry, with Fred. All right, I know.
You don't even listen to me, do you? I want to threatening you.
This is my point.
Jay, what do you do? Let's have a conversation. Jay, what do you think about Ronaldo's comment? Jay, introduce yourself to the channel. It's nice to finally have you on there. Oh my days.
So as you were at the game,
at least
and
Fred,
Fred,
what I've got to say.
and as Fred was protecting Rashford at the game, I know. Oh, absolutely brilliant.
Solo is back.
You know what it is?
Hey, Solo, go on.
Yeah, thank you, Jay. Get some order in the place because Mr. B is all over the place at the moment. So Jay, as you're at the game on
nicely done.
Yep, at the game, and you noticed the performance, and you noticed like Fred, the Bradford Fred gave Thingy a hug to inspire him. Give him a hug to inspire him. To inspire him. Yeah, you know. But what I was going to say though, we were like looking at the game though. We were like the away team, weren't we?
Yeah, it wasn't a great game. I mean, the main thing was the win. Like Steven Gerrard obviously leading out Villa adds a little bit to it. FA Cup's probably our best chance of silverware. You don't want to go out yet knocked out at home to Villa. Losing twice to Villa in the space of 2 months would have been an absolute disgrace. So it wasn't a great performance, but the main thing for me was just get the win. Get through the cup. You're in the next round. You got Middlesbrough at home, you know, which is it's a winnable game. That's what counts. yes, the performances are worrying and we need to improve, definitely. And away at Villa is going to be a different kettle of fish completely. Also, I think they've got Felipe Coutinho now, who should be eligible for that game. You've already mentioned, I think someone mentioned in the chat there, we're missing Shaw and missing McTominay. I think they might be missing McGinn or someone, I'm not sure. Who's available
he's
for them.
definitely out.
Yeah, so they've brought the kid from Everton, haven't they? Lucas Digne, who I actually rate him. So it is going to be difficult, but I just feel like United, we've not really had a performance yet under Ralph. We've had half a performance against Crystal Palace, where we had the first 40 minutes, which was good. Second half was a bit 50-50. Fred pops up, your boy, with that goal. Norwich was a shambles, disgusting performance. We got a win. Newcastle, disgrace. Wolves, disgrace. Burnley, to be fair, Burnley was probably, I almost forgot about Burnley. 60 minutes against Burnley was very good. 30 minutes wasn't too good. So we've had some bits, but I think I want to see a full 90 minutes of United at it under Ralph Rangnick, and I've not quite seen that yet. Villa might be, too tough a task to see it. It might be Middlesbrough at home in the cup where we finally see that, but I just want to see us turn up properly. Give us a performance, not just a result, a performance where we can say, yes, this looks like we can see what Ralph's trying to do, and the players are implementing it themselves, because at the minute it still feels a little bit stop-start. Players not quite sure what's going on, and it's difficult to watch, and it was difficult to watch the other night.
With that point, I just want to... Sorry, 1 second. With that point, this is just a question to you guys. You're talking about the style that he implemented. Do you think he's going to go back to the 4-2-2-2 this week, or do you think he's going to play the 4-2-3-1? Very
good question, that. I mean, personally, I think when I watch United as well, everyone goes on about this 4-2-2-2, but it changes a lot, doesn't it, that 4-2-2-2 when he uses it. I'm more, you guys watch more tactical now than I have. I'm watching it and I'm seeing it almost at times it's like a 4-4-2, then it goes to a 4-3-3. It seems very sort of changeable. So I don't know how sort of strict he is with that. An answer to your question, I think he might do. I think he needs to sort of maybe stick or twist with it, make his mind up, because at the minute, going back and forth isn't really working. I think you stick with your 4-2-2-2 and maybe regiment it and say, right, this is our system. I want you to learn this, so drill it into him in training, get him doing it week in, week out, get him doing it on the pitch, get him doing it in the Carrington, and hopefully he can get used to it, because I think part of the problem is they're going, 1 minute they're doing it, next minute they're not, next minute's a bit of a change, then it's 3 up front, then it's 2, then it's 1, and it's like, you can see it just looks a bit disjointed, and maybe it's time to just say, this is how you're going to play, this is how you're going to use to get used to it.
Yeah, and it's a good call what you're saying there, because watching the game against Villa, it's almost like when you look at it, it's set up almost like a 4-4-2, but then all of a sudden it went to sort of like a 4-5-1 at some point, and then it went at 4 let's get it out, Errol. So getting it I'm trying to get the formation right so I don't goof it up. But what I was trying to get at is for me, 4-3-3 is probably the logic way of us playing for Man United. That's where I see us playing, as a 4-3-3. But I'm not sure whether or not
when you have a 4-3-3, I think the key there is how's the midfield set up, and who's the sort of the midfielder that's doing the DM role. How do you work that? That's been the issue that I think every manager's had since Michael Carrick retired. Who is the guy? Because that's why we tend to have 2 there, because there's this struggle in there for one player to sit in front of that defence. Can you have a 4-3-3 where you don't need... Well, it kind of worked a little bit, didn't it, when we had Herrera, Matic and Pogba as a 3. That worked well, because you had Matic in front of the defence, Herrera sort of box to box, and Pogba pushing up more, which suited all 3 of them. The key one there, though, which, was the reason why it worked so well, was Matic still had legs in him, and he hasn't anymore.
Don't say that. Don't say that on here. Do not say that on here. You're swearing that on Monday.
I like it. Listen, I like it. I like the Manu Matic, but I just think you've got to be realistic. Can you rely on him week in, week out in the DM role? No. I don't think you can. And that's not a criticism of him. He's 33 years old. Do you know what I mean? It's like,
right. I'm going to drop a bombshell question here, Jay.
Go on.
Bombshell question. Could Phil Jones play number 6?
No.
Thank you. Next question. I
like Phil Jones, and I've defended him. Yeah, on his last sort of year or so, especially, I've been asked Phil Jones questions live on radio and on television and stuff, and I've always stuck up for him. because I've got no interest in kicking people when they're down. Phil Jones isn't the problem at this football club, and I've got no interest in all that. But then you have the flip side to it. He has a good game against Wolves, and all of a sudden he's the answer to all our problems. He's not. Like Phil Jones came into defence, he did a good job. Hopefully he can continue to do a good job. He gets picked again. But do we then expect him to play what is arguably the most important position on the pitch? He's not played football for 2 years, and then you can ask him to play in a position that he's not favoured in since he was at Blackburn. I think was the last time he played DL. I think he played briefly there for United as well. I think that's a massive ask. And then what happens then? He has a stinking 5 minutes, and everyone goes, "Well, that's not worked. Get him off and get Matic on." I just think no. I think we're kidding ourselves there. I'd rather, honestly, and I'm not advocating this, but I would rather bring Jimmy Garner back from Forest and play him there than I would put Phil Jones there. In my opinion.
Oh wow! On Monday, the whole panel is nodding on it. So on Monday, would you mind taking a few of the comments away? I love it because this time, Jay, it's not in the cupboard or the cabinet.
Right. Just want to say hello to everyone. Got a few usual suspects in here. Obviously, we had the Anad came in and dropped some rupees in for his comment. So going back to Ronaldo, Ronaldo spoke no lies. It's from Mark Gemini. Big up, Mark. And it's true. He was quite assertive with what he was saying. Coming true now. We've got TALKMU. He says the task of winning is getting more and more difficult the longer we go without success. But we've only, we've what's our record? We've only lost one game, haven't we? Did we lose against Young Boys? No, we drew Young Boys.
You're talking about this season. I think that's maybe that's more historical. I don't think he means recent, bro. What we won, man? Come on.
Joshua Vaughan says the fans have big expectations, and unfortunately, they're disappointed. It is constructed as here we go again, a toxicity. Someone help me out if they are too vocal about it. Yes, let's get to more up to date comments. Big up, Jay. Well, love to hear Jay.
Thank you.
Hi to Suze82. Ollie was too soft on them. Trouble. Now we're getting a reality check, so she thinks that's part of the problem.
Nothing wrong with a little kick up the backside every now and then.
Yeah, Mr. B. Yeah, Young Boys were lost to them.
No, we lost early in the season, but we drew.
Early, yeah. Mr. B is trying to forget that in his brain, though.
There's a lot of. Don't worry. There's a lot of things I forget. Don't worry, Solo. It's cool, man. Don't worry.
Coming again with the Rashford issue. Don't misunderstand Marcus Rashford's mindset right now. He needs to complete what he starts. Keep going. We told you. No Rashford slander on the show, please, especially when I'm on. Rebel from all the way from Ireland, our panelists. He says, question for Jay. There was a rather interesting piece in Athletic, I think he's trying to say, concerning Marcus. What does he think of the situation based on that? Do you know about that article?
I think that was Carl Anker, and Carl Anker obviously knows Marcus well. I think he wrote his book with him. Laurie Whitwell wrote it as well, and he's another one that's, I think, quite. We've had him on the channel, on our channel, knows Manchester United very well, covers him a lot. I think they're both quite close to Marcus in terms of getting access and chatting to him and stuff. I think, unless I'm getting mistaken here, Rebel, and forgive me if I am, the piece was talking about the sort of the effort and the work that Marcus is putting in to rectify what's going wrong. The thing with Marcus Rashford isn't stupid. You might think a lot of things about Marcus Rashford. He's not an idiot. He knows he's not playing well. He can see that, and he's trying to address it. And unlike what some people may say this, I don't agree at all. He cares. He does care about Manchester United. He cares about his performances for Manchester United, and he's trying to do what he can to rectify the problem. So, I just want to see Marcus Rashford back to his best, whether that's take him out for a few weeks or playing through this poor run of form, whatever it is. But I'm on Mr. B's page. I don't like some of the nonsense about Marcus Rashford. The kid's an amazing talent. He's a credit to himself and Manchester United. He's just going through one at the minute, and we just need him to get out of it.
Here's Tim Collins. Welcome to the channel. Haven't seen you before. Says, I think he needs love and a cuddle, that kind of thing. He knows what he has to do, needs support and his own space at the moment. And big up Bath time with Vaughan. Said also on Rashford, there's a big talking point here. Said Rashford probably doesn't understand what he's meant to be doing. He looks lost in every game, and it's just not him. All our forwards have been terrible, he says. And that's, so many comments here. Big up, guys. Thank you.
So we are talking, and let's indulge now. I'm going to go and look at the Man United, my team selection for this game coming up, and
Let's go.
I'm just hoping I'm not getting battered for this now. I just pray. I've been close last game against Villa. I only had 3 players. That was difference. That's it.
Let's go.
Breathe. Who should we go to first?
Let me block
Mr. B,
my
go
screen.
on. As you want to talk, go on, Mr. B. You do. You go first then. As you,
No,
you
I'm-
seem you.
no, it's
Go
all-
on, Mr. B. It's all you.
all-
All you.
I'm not having Maguire in. Sorry, OMONDI. I don't think he's fit. So I would have Phil Jones in there. Fred didn't play the last game, so that's the reason why I would be playing Fred. Matic, yes. Wan-Bissaka, no. I'm having Dalot in there. Bruno, yes. Greenwood, no. I'd be having Sancho in there. So only disagree with 4 of your players for a change. So well done. Well done for agreeing with 7 of mine.
Jay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to rain on your parade or anything because you've got it right. I think this team is accurate, but I think a lot of this team picks itself. I think the fact McTominay is not available and Luke Shaw's not available. You know Tellez is going to come in. You know Fred's going to come in. I'd expect Matic to start as well. There's slight maybe question marks. You know, does he give Van der Beek came on the other day, didn't he? Lingard came on the other day. Elanga came on the other day and did well. So does he give one of them a chance? But that is, and I don't say this very often, Solo, that is a very sensible team that you've picked. You know what I mean? I know you're like, I was expecting to see David De Gea up front, or you know what I mean? Wilf McGuinness in goal or something. I was like, there we go. But yeah,
You know
it's
what
very
it is, Jay?
sensible. It's a very logical
I
team. That.
I should have put Henderson sort of up front or something like that.
Yeah, I'm a bit disappointed here. I think what's going on 2022. I'm not happy about it.
On Monday.
Yeah, I think what's interesting as well, we're playing Villa twice in a week. So I want to test the manager now and see what he does, because like he said earlier, he took Cavani off, brought Donny on, and then he said that's when he had control of the game. That's when he felt comfortable. Because to be honest, we were completely overrun, couldn't keep the ball, couldn't string passes together. So there has to be some sort of change, I think, from the manager, considering we're playing the same team who are likely to set up the same way as well. They were really good. I mean, the 3 guys in midfield, Douglas, Luis, the Ute man, what's his name, Ramsey.
And what player?
Yeah, McGinn might be playing. So I would like to see, I've always said this, but if you're going to play this sort of system, I don't mind it, because like I say, when we haven't got the ball, Bruno can tuck into a midfield 3. Like you're saying, we can change the system. Cavani kept dropping back. Ronaldo's the spearhead, that kind of thing. So it's about being intelligent with what you do on the pitch. So I just think it's about intelligence. The players need to be better equipped on the pitch to sort of know where to be at certain times, with and without the ball. I like the side. I agree with Mr. B. I would play Dalot. I really like Dalot. I think he needs that confidence. Maguire back is like a big advantage for us. I'm glad he's back. After his, was it abdominal strain or something he had. And I don't like Greenwood in that position setting up. I would bring Sancho in. You've got to give Sancho some confidence and let Greenwood and Rashford fight for a place up front if there's 2 up front at the moment. That's the way I would do it. But Donny van der Beek, I think, has to be, if not starting, but almost, ready to come on at halftime or something. He's a game changer. He's different. There's no one like him. And I would like to see him actually start some games. But it's difficult at the moment. With Fred and Matic, I think they're over him slightly at the moment. But Donny's the man for me. Let him get some more confidence.
Right, thank you, OMONDI. But you haven't given me the good answer yet, OMONDI. Talk to me. How is my team?
I think your team. I think it's not bad. Mr. B was running you. He's talking about 4-man out. That's that. I like your side. Like I said, Maguire. In Matic, I love Matic. Bruno had to start, and the 2 up front.
I did Maguire just for you, though. I did Maguire just for you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I thought you were going to put Phil Jones in, but
it was like 50-50.
We will see. Remember, Maguire was out for 2 games. We lost 1 against Wolves, and we.
Oh, come off it now! Don't even give us that now.
We just bounced straight through the FA Cup against.
Why? Because Maguire would have had that ball up by the halfway line, yeah?
Exactly. Next.
Oh, brilliant. Thank you so much for that, guys. Now, let's go through and let's ask the question now. Who poses a threat from the Villa team for you, Jay, for this upcoming game?
Well, we just mentioned him earlier, didn't we? Filippo Coutinho just signed for him, I think, this week.
Yeah.
As far as I know, he's available. I'm not going to pretend that I've seen a lot of him since he left Liverpool, went to Barcelona and Bayern Munich. But
you couldn't have, because he's been on loan all the time.
Well, yeah, so he played against, didn't he? He scored a brace against him, which shows how much of a shambles it's been at Barcelona when you've got a player who's on your books, on loan at another club, playing against you and scoring against you to knock you out of the Champions League, or to help knock you out of the Champions League. It was just bizarre. But he's a player that, he'll have a little bit of a point to prove, making his debut. Obviously, ex-Liverpool player. There's the Gerrard connection there and the anti-United stuff. Douglas Luiz, is a good player as well. Ollie Watkins hasn't really scored a lot of goals this season. I think he's only got about 5 goals or something. Yeah. But he can be a threat. They've got players, Villa, who on their day when they turn up can cause you problems. You mentioned the lad, we mentioned Luiz, Buendia, Watkins, Coutinho. These are all very talented players.
Youngster, Ramsey.
Ramsey is another, the kid Ramsey, yeah. They've got players who are talented. It's just the consistency's not there, which is a bit like United, to be honest with you. But I think they'll be well up for this one. Few new players looking to make an impression as well. Lucas Digne, who I mentioned earlier, who I always liked when he was at Everton. Thought he was one of Everton's best players. I'm surprised they've let him go. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see whether we can just take control of that midfield area, because you're looking at the likes of Ramsey and Luiz, and Coutinho if he drops deep as well. You need to get a foothold in the game. And that's where the game can be won and lost for me.
Yeah. OMONDI?
I picked out the goalkeeper, Martinez. I know he's not a game changer so much. He's not going to come up and score, hopefully. But, I think for character, this guy's got character for sure. If you remember the Copa America, I keep talking about what he did against Colombia, putting them off, coming up right in their faces just as about to take the penalty, and they bottled it, and really sort of going for it. He shows it'd be a bit nasty, and what he done at Arsenal as well, to leave them and say, right, I'm not playing with that. I need to be first team, come to Villa, and everyone's raving about him being one of the best goalkeepers in the league. What he does, which David De Gea doesn't do so well, he commands the area. We saw him the other day coming out, doing his Bruce Grobbelaar and claiming stuff, in around big players, just coming out there.
I love it. Jay, if you don't watch the show that often, I'm on there with the goalkeepers.
I really admire him. That shows a lot of character for what he's done to leave Arsenal.
Second best goalie.
Second best goalkeeper, yeah?
Yeah. And I actually like him. I like what he does. And I'm really impressed with the way he's gone to Villa. And he's rated now as one of the top keepers in the league. And he's the Argentine international as well, first teamer. So credit to him, man. Like him.
No, Mr. B?
Tyrone Mings.
Is this a joke?
I want him to be. Listen, I want us to win the game. I want Tyrone Mings to be the Tyrone Mings pre-Gerrard. We're guaranteed one error, and let's hope that we can capitalize on the error. So my player to watch, the player I'm going to be watching, is Tyrone Mings.
Oh, Did he get sent off the other day or making an error against someone?
Right. That's good. Well, at least he's going back to pre-Gerrard then. Good. He's going back to pre-Gerrard then. That's fine.
Oh, when you said that, Mr. B, I thought, Mr. B is going to agree with me on Tyrone Mings, but then you let me down last minute.
What's your take on Tyrone Mings, Solo?
I wind him up all the time about he's better than Maguire, and he doesn't like it.
Tyrone Mings has got a mistake in him. Every game, he'll be great for 89 minutes. My brother's a Villa fan, and my cousin's a Villa fan, and they say for 89 minutes he'll be superb, but that 1 minute that he messes up will cost them the goal.
You know what Tyrone Mings does? It's like a body language thing with him. It reminds me of Tony Adams. I think they're terrible players. I'm not sorry. Constant, I don't rate them. They get overrated. All they do is point and they all do that thing and talk. Yeah, like act like the big captain. But really, when you look at their game, they've got mistakes in them. And Tony Adams made a lot of mistakes. I can pick them out on net. I mean, had this argument so many times. And Tyrone Mings as well. He's calamity. Seriously, we've seen it. If you analyze his game, he's always he's fit, he's strong, he's tall, he's fast, but he's just a bit doesn't do it for me.
Remember for England in the Euros when Maguire was still injured and Tyrone Mings started against, was it Croatia and Scotland, I think, as well. And everyone was like, "Oh, he's playing really well." And I remember saying the same thing. I was like, "Maguire's just a different level." And Maguire came back into the team, and he gets the team in the tournament. And he carries the ball out of the defence. Maguire, Tyrone Mings ain't got a blocker. Like
louder.
All people hate on Maguire, and then like you can criticise Maguire's performances this season. I've done that, but then people come out with madness like Phil Jones is better than him or Tyrone Mings is better than him, and you're like, take a step back and just think about it. Like if Tyrone Mings was at Manchester United, he'd be our 5th choice centre back. I would genuinely have Ted Mendy in the side ahead of Tyrone Mings. And I ain't exaggerating.
Oh my! Jay, can you repeat that for all the people in the comments? This is how the double standards on this show. That's why they're spinning deep right now. They know people out, right? Jay, I respect your opinion, right? And what you just said is giving Harry Maguire hell. All the people we see in the comments here right now, they've been giving him hell, saying, he's not good enough, he needs to go. Mr. B, you're laughing the loudest.
Yeah, right, I don't want him to play. I'm going to tell you now. I don't want him to play.
That's fair enough, right? You can criticise Harry Maguire. I've criticised Harry Maguire. You might even think that you'd rather see Rafael Varane and Eric Bailly or whatever. That's fine. But when I hear take it to the next level of Phil Jones is better than Maguire, well, he's not, is he? Or
well, I never said that.
No, I don't mean you personally. or Tyrone Mings would do a better job than Harry Maguire. No, he wouldn't. Tyrone Mings is lucky to be in the Premier League.
Thank you. Thank you. Remember, this is a left back from Bournemouth.
You know what, Jay? You know tonight, on Monday is going to sleep nice.
Yes,
well tonight.
I feel good right now.
Redemption. Listen. I you know my opinion on things. I'll criticize any players, I question players, but I think sometimes we get a bit like over the OCT with it, and I think there's still a lot of good players at Manchester United. They just need to start stepping up, man. We really do.
Yeah, 100%. I agree. Guys, I don't even know. I think there's 22 in the chats. Hit that like, and if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button as well. What we are going to do now is we are going to look at score predictions. But yeah, we're going to look at score predictions now. So breathe, everyone, because Monday in the building and we know what Monday is all about. So I'm not going to say it. But you know what? On Monday, you did get the last game right.
Look,
but I don't know about managing any game, though.
We had 3-1-0 since he's come in, and that's my scoreline. But the difference is, I always say, want to win 1-0 and see the game out, manage the game. Don't be having flutters or don't be under pressure. Control the game, and that's the only issue that we've had. So I want a 4th 1-0 against Villa this time. Again, sorry, we've got 1-0 on Monday, and control the game this time without them dominating or having more chances. And I think they had more shots in the first half, that kind of thing. Even though we're playing away from home, it's a lovely pitch at Villa. Let's start getting our things together, man. And after, look, maybe this Ronaldo chat is all over the papers, all in the media right now. It's trending right now. And imagine what it's going to be like in the change room when he walks in, It's like one of them ones where does he walk in and everyone's hush, 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 suddenly all of a sudden? No, they need to man up and say, all right, Ronaldo, I'm coming in early with you, asking questions. Who was it the other day? Berbatov said you recommended that Rashford go to the senior players like Cavani and Ronaldo to get more advice to get over this bad period of time he's going through, that sort of thing. You've got to look up to these guys. There's got to be some sort of hierarchy. And if the man like that puts out, listen to the guy.
I know you're doing your score prediction, but couldn't you think of it as being more, even though they're giving him advice, could be more hindrance to the problem, what he's going through at the moment?
No, because for me, you wean out the weak links. That's how you do it. Trust me, I play football to this day, and I don't play. People don't. I trust you. You ask half my teammates; they don't like me because I will call out.
Well, on Monday, if you want a goalkeeper, probably got broken arms and everything to come and punch the ball or catch the ball. I don't see.
I don't care. They know. When you play with me, I'm going to be shouting all game. I'm going to be demanding standards. You know, I'm an old man, but I'm demanding best that I can do a lot better job than some of these young players who just are not at the races, and I will call it out. And if I do, if I make a mistake, which I never do, I expect the same for me. You know? No, but it's true. Mr. B knows. Mr. B knows. Mr. He knows. That hierarchy out there.
Oh, Mr. B, what's his score prediction? I'm on. There's never made a mistake.
Never.
My score prediction. I'm worried. I'll be honest. I was worried in the last game, and the stats, for whatever reason, show that we had more possession, we had more chances created, than Villa did in the last game. The fact that we're away from home now maybe might set up better for us on the counter, but 1-1. I can see a draw, low score 1-1.
Really? Jay?
He nicked my scoreline there, Mr. B. I was going to go 1-1. I think this is going to be a tough game, you know. Villa doing all right on the Gerrard. Not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. We've got a few players there, got something to prove. I think it might be close. I was tempted to go for 2-1 United. So because you've gone for 1-1, I'll go for 2-1 United. Maybe we can nick it. But like I said earlier, just want to see a performance. You know, we've not really seen a consistent performance. Maybe the majority of the Burnley game and half the Crystal Palace game. But from start to finish, I just want to see United taking it to another team. We've got quality. How many of our players would walk into the Villa team? A lot of them would. One or two might not, but a lot of them would. Take it to them, get at them. You know, these players, like you were saying there, I'm not going to make this all about Tyrone Mings. Tyrone Mings, you're running at him. You're Jadon Sancho, or you're Mason Greenwood, or you're Cristiano Ronaldo. Getting him behind Tyrone Mings. You don't know what he's doing. He's a thug. Make him make the decision. Make him make a mistake. Put it on him. Yeah, he's big and he's strong and he's good in the air, but other than that, he hasn't got a lot to offer. So you need to test them. Even some of the better players, you know, like everyone loves Matty Cash, and I know he's done well from there. He's got one in him. I've seen him make mistakes. I've seen him a few times, and I've seen him diving in and giving penalties away, diving in and getting himself sent off, diving in and giving the ball away. Put him under pressure. Run at him. Force these players to make the mistakes. Villa are a good team, but they're not a team that's going to win the title or even get Champions League football for a reason. They've not got that quality. So expose the flaws there. That's what we should be doing. That's what United used to do. We'd get at teams and make them make mistakes and show why we were challenging for titles and winning titles and they weren't. And now we're like, you know, we're sort of kicking around mid-table because we don't seem to be able to raise our game to the standards that you'd expect from these players. So yeah, I just want to see us take this game to them and put in a performance. That's what I'm looking for.
I feel that's 1-1.
1-0.
You say 1-1.
1-0.
No, 2-1. I said 2-1.
2-1. What was that?
I mean, that would have been like, yeah, after all that, I went, yeah, I think
that's a bit like me. It's like, yep, I start here, I go there, and I come back, and then, oh yeah, by the way, yeah,
say to him, get at him, get him behind Salming, expose what he's gone, and get a point.
Yeah. Andy Herbert, you are right. I'm going to be brave. I'm probably going to be the bravest one on this channel tonight. I'm going to go back to reality and hit my 3-1 score prediction.
Back to reality.
Back to reality, it is. Yeah. You know what, Jay? Yeah.
You never visited reality.
Yeah, no. The only one time so far this season we got the 3-1 score, I predicted 2-1.
So predict 2-1. Predict 2-1.
No, because Jay's gone 2-1. I'm going 3-1.
Listen, man, whatever voodoo magic works on this result for tomorrow, man. Go 2-1 so we win 3-1. I'm going to be rubbing Andy. I'm going to be rubbing Andy Cole's head the whole of Saturday, man.
I'll rob my lamp. I'll rob the lamp.
Oh.
Do you want the swearing jar? Do you want the swearing jar?
No.
You sure you don't want it? Jay,
I've been good today.
We had to get some extra flowers in it because Mr. B's bought some flowers. Every time he swears £5.
Yeah. I've been good today. He's been good.
Actually. Yeah.
Thank you.
He's been very good today.
Don't forget, before you sign out, we want to know about the shirt as well. Don't forget that.
Yeah, we need to know two things. So we got Jacqueline, we got Talk. Oh, we've got a few people in here actually giving their score prediction. But yes, Anthony Herbert, I'll be calling you on Saturday. The tipsters. We'll do it. Bath time, 1-1.
Don't be afraid. We're honest.
Yep. Oh, 3-2. Is that 3-2 to United?
Yeah, 3-2. Yeah, 3-2. Yeah, you know, TalkMU. We'll be on there. We'll be on there shouting down the place on Saturday.
Jackie with that.
Big up, Jackie. On Monday, everyone knows you 1-0 score. Rebel 1-0.
No. Was that? Oh yeah, 1-0. Sorry.
1-0.
Yeah, Noah. Yeah.
And we've got Mark all the way from Australia.
Good day, Mark.
I don't know what time it is, but I don't know if it's a good day yet. What's this? So check 3-1. There you go. And what other score is there? So let's find out what the shirt is, please.
I don't even know if you're not going to be able to see it. Da da da. Can you see it?
Robbo. Yeah.
Wow.
You did get it, Jay, didn't you? You did. Jay did say it.
Jay did say it.
What year?
If you say Robbo, you're going to cover most of the,
most of the sharp years. Yeah.
Yes.
And the favorite, that's the best number 7 in my opinion.
For me, in my time, there's only one number 7, and that's King. That's only one King there in this Cantona. Cantona.
Listen, it's a good discussion. I love Eric, and I love David Beckham as well. But for me, I'm with you, Monday, Mr. B. Robbo.
Yeah, he
is the ultimate number 7.
Everything.
I interviewed him once, and he told me that. When he played Barcelona in 1984, and he marked Maradona out of the game, and he scored 2 goals, and we beat Barcelona, and AC Milan came in for him, and Maradona had just gone to Napoli for like 3.5 million or whatever, 4 million, and United would only let Brian Robson go if someone came in for the same amount of money that Maradona went for, because that's how highly he was rated. They rated him as the best midfielder in the world, and he didn't. He committed his future to Manchester United. So he committed his future to Manchester United when we hadn't won a title in decades. He had a lot of players around him that weren't very good, and he stayed with us until we won back-to-back titles. So don't ever hear what these players saying they're too good for Manchester United. They've not got the quality around them. They've not got this around them. Have a little watch of Brian Robson when he was running around the pitch, dominating games against Barcelona and Maradona when we hadn't won a trophy for a little while. That's what you know about Brian Robson. Different quality.
Dominated Bert Schuster as well. Dominated Steve McMahon. Dominated that Liverpool team. Dominated Keane. Yeah, Graham Souness. Oh, man. Best.
So, thank you, guys. Appreciate for every single one in the comments today. And Jay, thank you so much for coming back. Jay, where can we find you? And please don't tell us not to do it. At the moment, it seems like you're making OMONDI a happy man today because you're defending him and he's going to be excited after the show.
Harry Maguire.
Listen, you know where I find. Listen, after little Mr. B's threat before, you'll find me watching your watch along. I'll be here. Right, okay. I'll have to come off my own watch along and come on yours. You know where to find me on if you're on Stretford Panel, but make sure you're checking out Man United Agenda. Make sure if you're watching, you're hitting that like button and hit the subscribe button as well. I've seen you guys grow a lot over the last sort of few months, especially. And we've been chatting tonight. A lot of players going under it. Marcus Rashford's going under it. Harry Maguire's going under it. But do you hear ranting? Do you hear name calling and abuse? No, you hear analysis. You can critique players. You can say where they're not playing well enough. The answer to that, what they should do. That's what I love about when I come on this channel. You get some balanced opinions, man. It's not all just nonsense. So big up your channel. Make sure you're following United Agenda. Don't worry about Jay Martin, Stretford Paddock. You know where we are. But I'll always give these guys a lot of love. And I love coming on here because they talk a lot of sense.
Thank you, Jay. Jay, well, I don't know, in the room here right now, the panel of 4 of us, Facebook's saying it's someone's birthday tomorrow.
All right, yeah, it's the big 3-0 tomorrow. My sweaties are finally over.
Jay, I thought you were 25. Jay, I thought you was 25.
I've been sweating iron for the last 13 years. So yeah, it is. Yeah.
How many likes have we got at the moment?
Oh God, this is good call actually. I like this one because this is my game, Jay. Yeah, we have to hit a certain amount of likes before we come off streaming.
If we do see a certain amount of likes, we will.
We've only got 27 likes. Really?
Right, that's enough. That's enough. It's enough to serenade him. Look, I've got my mic ready for you, Jay.
Yeah, Jay. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Marty. Happy birthday to you.
That was genuinely like when Marilyn Monroe sang it for JFK. love that, guys. I tell you what, no
Mr.
matter, I'll be
President.
honest with you, yeah. And all your viewers, I should say this to, no matter how bad United are, no matter how much chaos is going on, no matter how many interviews people are going, everyone seems upset, and the results going against. No matter what, I come on this channel, and I always get cheered up, man. So I love it. I love coming on this channel, and this is what it's like every time. So make sure people are subscribing, man, because it's always good vibes.
Thank you, Jay. Thank you.
up.
And guys, if you are watching for the first time, please hit that like, share, and subscribe button. And we will be back tomorrow for Mr. B Takeaway at 10 p.m. And listen, if you ain't seen it, you need to. You do need to see Mr. B and Talk tomorrow. And I don't know who's going to be with them, but they will be definitely live tomorrow at 10 p.m. But from us at the Man United Agenda, from myself, Mr. B, Jay, OMONDI.
Good night.
Have a lovely night. Thank you so much for watching.